Hello everyone, my name is Megadeep. I am currently pursuing my MBA from FMS Delhi. So today I'll be sharing some insights into my journey for my CAT preparation and also some tips and tricks that I learned along the way uh, for my successful CAT exam. First, just to give a bit intro about myself, I'm an engineer. I completed my engineering in 2019. After that, I did a 2 year stint in IT industry. After that, I wrote CAT in 2020 and I scored 99.75 percentile. So let me just give you a brief on my journey for CAT. So I started my CAT preparation of 4 to 5 months before the exam. So that would be in June or July timeframe. So it was my second attempt. The first attempt was generally on a basic scale to get an understanding on the exam and everything. The second one was the serious one. So in this, initially, so how my journey went, I was confident in some of the topics. So during my journey, so the preparation would always be customized to each and every person. So what you need to do is know what your strengths and weaknesses are. And for the initial few months, the initial starting months of the preparation, you have to focus on all the topics that you are willing to learn, that you can learn, and that have a scoring capabilities. So in this way, you have to divide the topics and then prepare accordingly. So I did the same. And afterwards, you go with the topics that you are comfortable with. So you have to have a daily preparation on that, and so that you are confident enough with that. And within the first few months itself, you have to get an understanding on all the topics uh, that are there. So if you're finding a topic difficult, so spend more time on it to practice more on those questions. So you'll be having a better understanding about the topic, about the questions, and that type of questions that will be asked in the exam. So always look for the previous question papers to get a basic understanding on how the questions would be framed, how you have to solve it. You'll be getting answer keys for the previous question papers. So all this would give you a comprehensive understanding on what to do and what not to do. So once again, I believe during the preparation, the test series plays an important role. So even though we practice every day, the questions we do, a test always plays a major role. Take a test, a weekly one or a monthly one initially, so as to gauge where you are at in your preparation stage. If you feel that there are more topics to be covered, you can always cover that after the exam, and you can plan accordingly. So this planning is should be prioritized, because if you know what you're good at and what you're not good at, that's when you can do better the next time around. So, and these are for the first few months. And once you go to the month before the exam, that's when you need to concentrate more on the topics that you know. Or concentrate on the giving the test series, and stop buying for topics that you're finding it difficult for the previous months. Because what you didn't get for the past 3 months or 4 months or the time before that, you won't be getting it in the last month itself. So if you have a companion who is helping you with it, so you can always ask help from them. But the last one should primarily be, in my case, I primarily focused on the test series and the topics that I felt comfortable with. So in this, let's go to section wise. So in VRC, I suggest that reading newspapers is a must, because VRC is all about patience. So you'll be having passages and you'll be having other types of questions. So for passages, I think patience plays a very important role, because passages take up majority of the time in the VRC section, and you have to have the patience to go through the entire passage, then the questions, and then search for the answers in the passage, and also have an understanding of the passage to answer some of the other questions related to the passage. So patience is a very important role here. And also, in my case, for the exam, initially I prefer starting with passages, then going to the other questions, because if you have a last 5 minutes and you have an entire passage to complete, that would be very difficult, as you have to go through the passage, then the questions. So I prefer going with the passages first, then the normal questions, because I'll be able to answer a number of them in the last 5 minutes also, if I am able to get the answers for that. So now DILR. So DILR, as everybody knows, are divided into sets. So, and just to be sure, that not everybody answers all the sets. Nobody answers all the sets most. So if you answer at least half the sets, you'll be in the top north of 99 percentile in DILR section. So choose the sets that you're comfortable with. This also has to do a lot with your practice. Once you practice on all the topics in DLR sets, you know what you're comfortable with, what you're able to solve within that given time frame, and time factor plays a major role in DLR, because if you are stuck on a specific set, then you would lose all your time on that set, and the easier ones will miss from your grasp. So know what you're good at. Start solving the sets that you know first, then go to the tougher sets if you have time left. Then first, what I would advise is go through all the questions that you have in the question paper, and then start solving the questions that you know you are comfortable with and which are easier to solve. So always divide the questions into easy, medium, and hard. So always start with easier questions, then go to the medium ones, and then the hard ones. Because, like I mentioned, time plays a majority role in CAT, and it doesn't matter if you are able to solve all the questions, but you have to do those questions within the time frame itself. Yes, everybody could solve those questions, but the more that you solve in the given time frame, that's what plays a majority role. And as all the questions carry same marks, so you have to prioritize things. So even it's an easy question or a hard question, it carries the same marks, and you have to take a call. So just always try taking the easier ones first. And if you're stuck in any question, even let it be an easy one or a hard one, always move on to the next one, because you wouldn't know how much time it would take to solve that one, and you would be getting the correct answer from that. So move on to the next one, and you will always get the other one faster than this. So you get the same number of marks from this or that. So you could always come back to it if you have time left. So these are some of the main tips that are to be followed. And also be relaxed during the examination, because you prepared a lot for this exam, and you would know it, but many of them won't be able to perform in the exam specifically because of the tension that they are feeling, that they might not be up to the mark, or they might not be able to answer all the questions. So CAT is not for answering all the questions. If you answer correctly, even half of them, or I would say 60 to 70% of them, then you would be in the north of 99.5%, assuming that you answered everything correctly. So it's about playing strategically, answering strategically, and maximizing the output that you can get. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much.